Hey guys, OG Albini here, bringing you guys my APA Classic Season 15. Oh my gosh, am I forgetting the season and the week? Season 15, Week 8 battle against Lapis and her Mimikyuties. I don't know if it has a city name or anything like that, but as you can see, Mimikyuties on the matchup right down there. But yeah, we're gonna have a work cut out for us. Lapis is a very good player. We want to bounce back after getting tossed last week by our buddy Jay. So a win this week would obviously be really, really nice to bounce back and kind of start that winning habit again and, really bump up our record and all that stuff. But I did want to do a quick little team builder just so you can kind of see exactly what we're bringing and why we're bringing it. Oh my gosh, you can see that the game already happened up at the top because I forgot to exit out of the tab. Don't worry, I won't click on it. I'm recording this after it because I kind of jumped on, played the game, and decided to record the team builder after. But it's a very good one, so definitely stick around to watch it. But our team, if you did forget, consists of Salazzle, Kyurem, Rotom Aegislash, Maractus, Girder, Rhydon, Wishiwashi, Snorlax, and Hatterini, while our opponent's team consists of Gengar, Raboot, Roserade, Bisharp, Ice-Q, Vikavolt, Shedinja, Gastrodon, Snorlax, and Hatterini. Very, very scary team. Very similar to our team in some mods, like the Snorlax Hatterini core, which is actually really, really good versus Snorlax. Really scares me, despite having stuff like Aegislash and Girder. So you're gonna see our building definitely kind of took those into account. Hatterini is also really, really scary, just because we're actually running a very, very offensive Aegislash this week. So we're gonna have to be careful around that thing. Gengar, and I'll switch into it. I don't have any checks to it on my team whatsoever. I just don't have. I don't think I have a Ghost Resist. I mean, my Ghost Resist is Snorlax, but I don't think Snorlax is very good versus everything else, so I didn't bring it. So we're gonna have to play around the Gengar pretty smart, hopefully, and just pressure it offensively, which I think we can do in this matchup. I think we'll be all right. But yeah, with that being said, let's just jump right into the first mon. As you can see, it's going to be Salazzle rocking out here with Black Sludge, Corrosion, Fire Blast, Sludge Wave, Toxic, and Nasty Plot. 152 HP, 12 defense, 148 special attack, and a 196 speed with a modest nature. Now, this thing actually goes kind of crazy. It does really, really well. I know you see Nasty Plot dual stabs, which is a little bit odd when you see stuff like Snorlax and Gastrodon, but if I can get rid of those, Salazzle just kind of wins, and we have Toxic to potentially lure those in, and if we can catch them with a Toxic, it makes it really easy for the rest of our team. So I think Salazzle may not, just straight outright sweep, but if we can catch something with a Toxic, start whittling down my opponent's team, that's obviously super nice for us. So I think Salazzle is going to be a very valuable member. It also outspeeds the Gengar, outspeeds the entirety of my opponent's team, which is going to be very big. Throwing off big Fire Blast after a little bit of chip, we'll be able to knock that thing out with a modest Fire Blast, which is obviously really nice. I'm going to be honest, I had specific EV spreads, as you can obviously, but I don't remember exactly what they're all for, if I'm keeping it, super honest with you guys. I know that this is creeping a Gengar, creeping our Kyurem speed-wise, but other than that, I don't remember what the special attack and HP and defense are for. They're there for something, though, don't worry. But yeah, that's going to be Salazzle. Next up, we have our Kyurem, which is going to be a leftover set with Freeze Dry, Roost, Focus Blast, and Toxic, 168 HP, 4 defense, 148 special attack, and 188 speed with a timid nature. Now, I had a lot of trouble making this set, I won't lie to you. I flip-flopped between Sub, I had Earth Power, I had Metronome as an item at one point, I had Specs as an item at one point, I had Flash Cannon, a bunch of things, but I think Focus Blast covers most when it comes to my opponent's team. It lets me hit the Bisharp, lets me hit the Ice-Cube, which is really big, because I'm actually kind of scared of that thing. My team is predominantly physical, which can be really annoying against it. It lets me hit the Snorlax for a decent little bit of damage. It's still not doing that much, especially if it's a Spadeflax, but it'll be doing some nonetheless, which I think having an option to hit it is obviously really nice. At least forcing it to rest or recycle and stuff like that is really big for our team. And then Toxic, just to catch potential switch-ins like the Snorlax, like the Shedinja, which we don't touch at the current moment, which I don't want to be Shedinja bait. That's definitely not a good idea. That's obviously really nice for us. I think Toxic is good. Just on both these monks, we can catch the Snorlax, we can catch the Shedinja with them, which is obviously really nice for us. So yeah, Kyurem is looking pretty solid here. Hoping it does a little bit of work. Next up, we have our win con this week, which is going to be Aegislash. We're rocking out with the Colberberry set, Stance Change ability, Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak, Sacred Sword, and Shadow Claw. 192 HP, 196 attack, and 120 speed with a jolly nature. Now, this thing actually does phenomenally versus my opponent. If I can get up an SD and get a little bit chip off on some things, it goes crazy. As long as we're in our shield form, we take +2 hits from like Bisharp and stuff like that pretty easily, as long as we stay pretty healthy. Sacred Sword over close combat for stuff like Snorlax. If it starts cursing up, obviously throwing off a big Sacred Sword and cutting through those boosts is really nice for us. Sneak for priority for stuff like Gengar, Raboot, Roserade. You know, annoying mons like that. And then Shadow Claw just for good general stab. Our dual Ghost Stab does incredibly well versus my opponent. Like, all they have is going to be the Snorlax and the Bisharp, which we cut through with Sacred Sword. So hopefully we can do well with Aegislash here and facilitate in a position to win the late game. Next up, we have our Girder, rocking out with Eviolite, Guts Ability, Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Knockoff, and Bulk Up. 248 HP, 120 attack, 56 defense, and Spadef, and 84 speed with an Adamant Nature. Now, this is a really good Bisharp check on the team, which is really nice for us. This is a really good Bisharp check, honestly. It's a decent Snorlax check, too. We can potentially boost alongside that thing and beat it 1v1, which is obviously really nice. Knocking off items is really good. A lot of things that would, you know, potentially take our fighting stat. Don't appreciate +1, +2 knockoff, stuff like that. We can take a hit from Gengar, knock that thing out with a knockoff, which is obviously really good for us. Mach Punch priority is obviously really nice, as always, just for stuff like the Bisharp or Raboot, potentially, who knows. Mostly for that Bisharp, which can be faster than us, and that +2 Iron Hit is not going to tickle. Despite us being, you know, a Girder with Eviolite and stuff like that. So Girder's pretty solid. It's actually a potential, pretty good secondary win con if we can get rid of Gengar and stuff like that. So I think Girder's pretty solid here. Next up, we have our Rotom Fan rocking out with the leftovers, Levitate ability, Volt Switch, Air Slash, Thunderbolt, and Defog, 88 HP, 4 defense, 196 speed, special attack, and 220 speed with a modest nature. Now, Rotom isn't the best defensive in this game. It really doesn't check too much. However, this is my best form of hazard removal this week, in my opinion. I don't think Hatterene is very good and very reliable this week, and then I like all 3 attacks and bulk up on Girder, so I figured bringing Defog Rotom Fan was a nice idea, just because webs can be potentially really scary for me. Despite my opponent's team being very slow, they have some things that can take advantage of webs phenomenally, like the Gengar, like the Bisharp, which would not be very fun, so I want to have an option to get rid of those, worst comes to worst. So that's what Rotom's here for. It's here to pivot around, take maybe a hit or two, Air Slash, Thunderbolt, some things. It hits our opponent decently hard, at the very least. Besides, like, Gastrodon, Snorlax don't really care about it. Vikavolt really doesn't care about it. But other than that, it hits pretty hard. It's not fun. It gives me good momentum and stuff like that, which can obviously be really good. The only problem is that Gastrodon, mostly because we can't Volt Switch around on that thing. And our team's pretty weak to Gastrodon, but I think we can get around it potentially. We have a lot of things that really pressure it in, and if we can weaken it, that's obviously really good. And Modest still isn't going to tickle if it's like a defensive Gastrodon. And then lastly, we have our Rhydon. We're rocking out with the Eviolite as well. Lightning Rod abilities, Stealth Rock, Rock Blast, Earthquake, and Swords Dance. 248 HP, 32 attack, 48 defense, 96 Spadef, and 84 speed with an Adamant Nature. Now this mon's really good in this game as well, just because our opponent's team is very slow by nature. We can take essentially one hit from anything, such as the Bisharp, such as the Gengar, unless it's like Spectra, Life Orb, Energy Ball, or something like that. We definitely don't take that. But other than that, we outspeed pretty much everything on our opponent's team. Like a slow Ice Cube, we'll outspeed that. Same with Vikavolt, Shedinja, Gastrodon, Snorlax, Hatterene. So if we can get up a Swords Dance, this thing's hitting like a truck. And rocks are obviously really nice for things like the Raboot, the Ice Cube, the Vikavolt, etc., etc. Swords Dance lets us break past things like Gastrodon and Snorlax, which is obviously really good for us. And it's just a nice, you know, big bulky rocker, potential, you know, wall breaker and stuff like that as well, if we can get up a Swords Dance and find that opportunity. So I think Rhydon is pretty solid this game, but yeah, that's going to be the team. We will be right back with the battle. Alright guys, here we are with the battle, and looking at the team my opponent let the ring. Looks like it went with the Gengar, Raboot, Snorlax, Shedinja, Vikavolt, and the Hatterene. Very interesting team. The question is, what do we want to lead off with is honestly the biggest question. Now, I know we can most likely take a hit from the Vikavolt. Yeah, I want to say we can. I feel like my safest lead is probably going to be Rhydon. Now what is... Okay, honestly, what does Raboot get? Let's go to Team Builder. Just so I don't accidentally reveal a set of, like... I don't think this thing can ever knock me out. Do I SD up right here? Because, like, I feel like I claim a kill if you go into, Hatterene trying to bounce my rocks back. High Jump's just going to come out. And we're going to be able to take 2 of them, which is obviously really nice for us. The only thing is if we That sucks. Okay. Damn. That really sucks. That puts us in a really tough spot, being that we missed that rock blast. Wow. So I have a feeling that this is Sash, potentially. I mean, we can still potentially get up our rocks later. So I think what I do is I pivot Aegislash, and then on the fire move... What can we even pivot on the fire move is the real question. This is really tough. Because, like, this is SD. So something we can do is we can potentially pivot Salazzle, but, like, I can see a Snorlax switch very likely here. And I think we're to it, Gale. So we're going to go into, yeah, awesome. That's really, really nice for us. That's really, really nice for us. We went into the Girder because it covered the Lax coming in. So I think we can just knock off here, can't we? So we're faster. That's obviously really nice. We knocked off the boots, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. But we'll take that. We'll take that. I like the damage on that thing, actually. So it's very slow. Hatterini's going to come out. Now this is the tough part. We don't really have a great switch into this thing. Because, like, obviously Psychic's super free versus us. But we can also go into Aegislash and take a ginormous hit. Which is definitely less than ideal, to be honest. Like, that's not the greatest for us. So I think I go Rotom Fan as a mid-ground. Dazzling Gleam just raw came out. That's definitely unfortunate. I think what we do is we click Volt Switch. Dang. See, now the Mystical Fire is super free. I don't think it looks Psychic. So yeah, that's going to come out. That's obviously super nice for us. And now what do we do? Do we pivot out on the obvious Snorlax coming in? I feel like that's obviously super nice for us, but like... Do we think that it comes in? I'm going to click Toxic. Yep, okay, awesome. That's really good for us. Okay, now what do we switch into? I mean, the Earthquake is pretty likely here. If they do have it, Darkest Lariat's going to come out. Now that's pretty tough, actually. But my question is, do we win? If we get up our rocks? Like, I know the Hatterini's super likely here. Do I want to catch... So something I could do is I can try and catch the Hatterini coming in on our obvious Stealth Rock. Like, I feel like that's a pretty... Yeah, I know... Yep. Okay, awesome. We'll definitely take that. See, I knew that she was going to switch out and try and catch our potential rocks, which is really, really nice for us. We can still potentially get up our rocks on the Snorlax here in a minute, which is obviously really nice. The only problem is that Raboot comes in, does a lot of damage to us now that we're super chipped down, which is not the funnest thing in the world, I won't lie to you. So I don't think our Kyurem is the most useful thing at this point. So something we can do is we can actually just roost up this turn. Shedinja's going to come out, and I'm going to click Toxic. I don't have Ancient Power. Oh, you guys can't even see the chat. But someone brought Ancient Power versus Lapis with their Kyurem earlier in the season, which is obviously pretty funny. So something we could do right here is we can honestly go out into Aegislash here and potentially SD up. Like, I know the Darkest Lair, it's very likely, but... So, Body Slam's going to come out. I'm going to SD up. And something I can do is, I think... So I want to see. What does Vikavolt take from a Swords Dance Aegislash? If it's, like, max HP. Bulky Pivot, let's just say that. If we get it to +2... Snake does not do enough damage, which is really unfortunate. However, I think we can just Swords Dance again, can't we? It's like Aegislash Shield. We take nothing from this thing. So if we get to +6, do we win? If we get to +6. Yeah, I think we do. So we can get up to +6 right here, and unless it's Sash Gengar, things are looking really nice for us. So we can Sacred Sword it up right here. We'll obviously be faster. Down goes the Snorlax, which is very nice for us. Really, really nice for us. Now, it's a matter of that Shedinja clicking Shadow Sneak, which can be really annoying for us, actually. What I think I can do is I think I can just sack Rhydon. Because, like, I know it's going to be... It can potentially really be Sash. And were we faster than this? We were faster than this. So we can just click Shadow Ball. Awesome. Down it goes. That's going to be really good. I think Aegislash might do it this game. If she hasn't gone into the Shedinja, then we should be fine to just pick up the game. Shadow Sneak, Kasibberry, and we're going to knock it out because we got up to +6. Out comes this guy, and we're going to go Sneak one more time. Awesome. Look at Aegislash picking up a nice little sweep there. We're able to pick up this game 5-0 versus Lapis. Definitely go check her out in the description below. I don't know if she's really uploading, but I'll definitely link her stuff down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to drop a like. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Drop a like, all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time. Later.